Framations channel. I am here with our first place winner for the Serenity exhibition, which runs through November 9th. So if you're in St. Charles, come in and see it. Melanie Priest, congratulations.
Thank you.
First place. I'm going to pull this down so you guys can see it, and I'll put a better image up too, but I want you to get a little close up here. This is the reflecting cranes. Isn't that beautiful? Melanie, tell us a little bit about this pastel piece here.
Okay. Well, I'm fairly new to pastels, but I really like the way pastels look. So
You're new to pastels. Don't let her fool you. I mean, this is masterful. I've seen more of her work. She's a master at pastels.
Oh, thank you.
You just must be a natural at it.
Yeah. Anyway, this was a place in Ohio that we took a picture of, just perfect time, you know, and so I just thought it looked serene, you know, and so when it came time to looking for something to paint for Serenity, this was the one.
That's the one. Well, it's beautifully rendered. The reflections are wonderful. So, how long have you been doing pastels now?
Okay, I started pastels, it's hard to know. With the pandemic in the way, you know, I guess it was 2.5 years ago.
That's it?
Yeah, I never picked up pastels at all.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
But you've been painting longer than that.
I've been painting for a long, long time, you want to hear the story?
Yes, I want to hear the story. Don't we all want to hear the story? We want to hear the story. Give us the juicy stuff. Yeah.
Well, I actually had some things in the St. Peter's Cultural Arts Center show.
Okay.
And I was milling around there one evening, and this lady approached me and said, "This is your work?" And I said, "Yeah." She says, "Would you be interested in taking a pastel class?" That's really how it started.
Oh, okay.
I never considered it before, but I went home and thought about it. Yeah, I'd like to try something new.
So who was this?
This is, what's her name? Lorraine
Lorraine McFarland?
McFarland.
I love
Yes.
Lorraine McFarland.
Yes, I
She's
do
so
too.
sweet. Yeah.
And so I took just one class from her about 3 years ago.
And then set you off on that.
Yeah, and it took a while. I was using her pastels, and it took me a long time to, you know, jump in there and buy my own, because I'm learning there's a lot to qualities of pastels and
You do an amazing
sizes.
job with pastels.
Well, thank
What
you.
other medias do you work in?
I generally work in acrylics. I have done some watercolor, not very well, but I've done watercolor, and I've done colored pencil.
Okay.
And I've done some oil, but not recently.
When did you first start creating?
I started creating when I was a teenager.
Okay.
I really hadn't had art classes or anything, except in school, of course.
Yeah.
And one year I asked my parents for a set of acrylics for Christmas.
Wow.
And they had no idea. And they bought me a set not knowing, but Christmas evening I sat down and started painting, and I
Wow.
loved it. I've just been drawn to it.
Never put it down since. So were your parents super supportive of you when you were young?
Oh, yeah, they were always supportive. I remember my dad, before I went to college, I was kind of trying to get his opinion. What should I major in? You know, I just really didn't know. And he says, "What do you like?" "Well, I like my artwork." He says, "Go for it."
So is that what you ended up majoring
Oh
in?
yeah, I was an art major, but I didn't have the confidence to think I could make it as an artist.
Yeah.
So
I hear that a lot.
I'm sure. And I never wanted to be a teacher because I'm not a teacher type.
Okay.
But I changed my major to art education. So I graduated in art education and have never taught art at all.
Wow. So what did you do?
So, well, I ended up working in what is now Michael's. It was a small store. What was it called? Lee Ward's. Back in the day.
I remember. Yeah, we are aging ourselves
Yes,
right
we
here.
are.
Love that.
So I worked at Leawards for 5 years and met my husband and got married during that time.
Yeah.
As soon as I had a child, I just, stepped out of the workplace and
The
was
most
a mother.
important job ever, and raise your
Yeah,
kid.
raise my kids.
Yeah.
And I pretty much put aside the artwork for a long, long time. But it was when I turned 55, I believe. Yeah, 55. Sorry, I'm really aging myself.
Yeah, you are.
But I decided, if not now, when?
Yeah.
And so I have been, really focused on the artwork,
Yeah.
for the last 10 years.
I know you said you didn't have confidence in yourself.
Right.
You totally you could have made a living doing your art all these years. You know that, right? Like looking back on it now, looking how well you're painting.
I need an agent because I am not one who sells myself. You know what I mean?
hear you gotta have some confidence.
I'm just happy I have a
If you
husband.
have talent, don't let people tell you you don't or undermine you. Get out and do your art. You can do other stuff alongside with it. But be true to yourself. A racehorse has to run, and you were a racehorse that got held back. It sounds like, you didn't get to get out of your gate with the art,
Right.
So it was awesome that your parents encouraged you. We need more parents to do that, but you do amazing. Look at this. This is amazing. Like, check this out. And I'm going to put still images up here because the reflections here are pretty bad. But that is just. You know how many people during entry walked up and said, "Is that a photograph?" It's still painting, for God's sakes.
And it's little.
It's little. I mean, that takes a lot of effort to do. And that one's called Solitary Reflections, by the way. This one's called Still Waters Sunset. Just amazing. Wonderful pastel work. Don't ever count yourself short, Melanie. You do amazing work. Get this back up here. All right, so we got to learn a lot about Melanie Priest today. Yeah. So, tell us something interesting. I mean, everything about you is interesting, but something nobody else would know.
I don't know. Well, something that's on my mind is that I have an illness of taking photos everywhere I go.
An illness of it.
Oh, I tell you, I see.
Never put the camera down?
I'm driving along and I'm distracted by how the sun is hitting a tree. And there are times when I make a U-turn, go back and take a picture of said tree. So
An artist has to create because you're going to use it to.
absolutely, and I was just
Exactly.
saying today that to my family, we were talking about my taking pictures, that I have more pictures than I will ever use for all my artwork. We just took a vacation
Well,
to.
keep taking pictures because when you run out of artwork, out of reference photos, then you're done, right?
Yeah, right.
We do now.
I won't. We just took a trip to North Carolina where my husband his family owns a cabin in the woods, in the mountains, by a creek.
Yeah.
And I love that creek. And I went out different times of the day because the lighting changes everything.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And I took pictures along that creek and along that road. I must have a couple hundred.
Wow. Wow.
But that was the focus for me on that vacation, was taking pictures. I'm sorry.
I hear you.
That's what I do.
I went to Cancun, Mexico, and this is back in film days. I shot 20 rolls of film of just the water crusting on the beach. It wasn't of the beach. It was like macro photography. You would never even know it was Cancun, Mexico. Because it was just
That's you.
Anyway.
And the big secret is we had a family get together, and I didn't take
any pictures of the family.
My secret's out now.
Oh yeah, we know her secret.
I'm so sorry.
Well, it's been great fun chatting with you today, and congratulations again on your first place win for Serenity. This show runs through November 9th here at Framations, so if you are in town in St. Charles, stop in. We're open Tuesday through Saturday, 10 to 6. Come in and see the show. And if you're not, you'll be able to catch it eventually online after the show closes. We do post the whole show, so you can watch it online. I'll post links to that with the video also. And your website is?
Melanie Priest, Fine Art.
Melanie Priest Fine Art.
It's on 1, 2, 3. Oh, I don't know.
I'll
Post it for me.
I'll post a
Sorry
link for that.
It's funky.
If you haven't clicked the notification thing, get notifications and subscribe so you can see more of our gallery chats. We got lots more of them coming. We always got artists to interview because they're fun to interview, and we got other playlists. You can check out like customer favorites, and eventually we'll have some more demonstration things on there too. So maybe we can talk Melanie into doing a demonstration video for our channel. Wouldn't that be awesome? Maybe. We'll see. In the meantime, enjoy art, get out there, see it, do it, create it, and we'll chat later.